Hey there, I'm going to do some kind of a piece of artwork. I have no clue. When I start, I just paint what makes me feel good, and I try to put a little bit of intention into it. I have been an artist for 20 years doing realism, and this is totally freeing experience to be able to put paint on a canvas and just let it do its thing and kind of manipulate it. You know, I have my tools. So I'm using all DecoArt products, and I'm totally experimenting here. So I'm just going to jump in. I've got most of my paints are in bottles. I like to put them in bottles because I can put the paint. I use Floetrol, latex based. This is it right here. Do not do oil based, you need latex based. And so the paint is 50-50 with Floetrol. And sometimes you add a little bit of water just because it needs to just be a little bit creamier where it pours off your stick. And in bottles, I even like to put it, you know, it doesn't have to be as watery either because I like to be able to squirt it out and have a little bit of control. I put treadmill lubricant in all of my colors. You can't see the label here, but this is something I got off of Amazon. It goes a very long way. I put several drops into all my bottles. Most of my bottles are condiment sized bottles, and probably 6 or 8 drops in a whole bottle. Has 8 ounces of paint, but this is, I don't have 8 ounces in here, but that's how much it holds. Some of my bottles are smaller, so you do it accordingly. If you're putting it into this is a mini solo cup that's maybe 1 or 2 ounces, you would put just a drop or so. So I use my treadmill lubricant in all my colors. And then black or white, I keep them pre-mixed in these bottles as well. I've got a layer of white that I spread out on my canvas because I just wanted it wet to begin with. This is an 18 by 24. It's a deep canvas. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but this is what I'm pouring on and doing my art with. They've talked about purple being the color of the year, so I'm going to go with mostly purple. So I'm going to start out with just a thin layer of white on the bottom. I also have more white in a cup too. I actually need to get rid of this first. And let's see. Also, and here, I put my Floetrol in condiment bottles too. Some of these are harder bottles. They're better quality. They came off of Amazon. They're sturdier. They have screw-on tops, which are fabulous. So I do love these. I wanted to show you that too. I keep water in a bottle to squirt into my cups when I'm mixing up my colors, that kind of thing. All right, so I want to do the purple thing. This is dioxazine purple, which I love. It's the darker purple. I'm also going to throw in a few random colors. I'm going to put a little bit of a deeper blue. What color was that? That was Ultra Blue Deep. This is Ocean Blue. A little squirt of that. This is Purple Pizzazz. I've got a clog. Sorry for the delay. So the Purple Pizzazz. Now I'm going to be really weird here. I love the contrast of turquoise and orange and red and purple. So I'm gonna put a little bit of those colors in as well. So there's turquoise. I had a little bit of coral left. I'm gonna put the end of that into it. That was from my last pour. A little bit more white. I'm gonna throw in a drop of treadmill just for the heck of it. Orange, red, baby food container. Hey, you can put it in anything, right? When you're mixing small amounts and you want to seal it, you use what you got. Okay, this one is royal fuchsia. Put a little of that in. Back to the dioxazine purple. Do a little bit more of the fuchsia. Back to the red. Back to the deep blue. Pizzazz. Now I've got that clog again. It must be a clump of Floetrol in there. Okay. I don't have any of that coral. I don't have any more in it. I'm just going to squirt it straight out of the bottle. It sunk to the bottom right away. There's a drop of treadmill oil. Okay, I'm going to finish off with some dioxazine purple at the top. I always love the inside of a cup. It's like you wish you could save it, but it you know, goes down as it sits there and you don't have it anymore, but it's so beautiful. Lots of little cells, and that's because I've got silicone in all these bottles, I'm sure. And then the silicone in between. I do have a heat gun. I'm going to use it. The heat gun, I like it better than a torch. You can't set anything on fire. It's pretty low heat, you know, even though it's 1500 watts, you know, you can kind of control it. This is Glamour Dust. Ice Crystal is the color, which I guess is white. It has very fine glitter in it. I'm going to incorporate it somehow into this. I'm not sure how. Maybe put it a little bit between the gaps. Do a little tilting. So I'm not loving the fuchsia in it so much. This is a large canvas, so I'm trying to contain it here on my table. I'm going to put this ice crystal around the perimeter of the main pour. See, you can tell it's a little different from the white, not a whole heck of a lot. It's pretty much transparent, as you can see, and I'm not liking that either. Now in here, it's kind of okay. I'm not going to mess with that. I'm not liking the way it went over my paint, but it didn't do anything pretty with it. So I'm going to try just swiping it here. Also had one of their products, the Shimmer Mister. It's turquoise. I was curious to try it out. I've never tried it in the trash can. I sprayed it into the trash can to see how it came out of the bottle, since I've never used it before. It says it's a mister. What I do know is I don't like the way that glitter paint went over my other colors. That's weird. I'm going to spray it, see what happens. It's water-based, so we're going to see if we can work this out somehow. So my white is kind of, I think, gotten thin and dried up around all this, and so I'm just going to go in and my white's pretty thick. It's been sitting here a while. I love this and I hate everything else. Let's see. Be right back. So this is just water. I'm just trying to get it to do something. It's not really moving. Try something here. I think what I'm going to do is end up re-pouring over this area. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can get this to move at all. So the red is popping out, which is interesting. So I put turquoise, white, pizzazz purple, dioxazine, the ocean blue, the deeper blue, back to the purple. Okay, now I'm dripping. I'm making a mess. Spilling paint and everything. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to leave this to dry. This will make beautiful jewelry if I can get it to peel off. So I'm going to leave this. Okay, so I've got this thing going on here. I want to see want to be brave. So I like this right here. I'm going to see if I can get it to come back this way. So white, let's put a little turquoise there and see what happens. Now, this is a cake tool. I got a set there by Wilton, and it has a grooved edge, and this is like a jagged edge. I'm going to try this right here just for the heck of it. These are areas that have dried some, so I've got to put that white paint back in order for it to do anything. I think there's so much paint on here already. stopping on this one. I think it's one of the uglier ones I've done. But I got to play with swiping a lot. It was nothing like I envisioned in my head. But the whole point of this, for me, is kind of like, this is therapy. I've been an artist for 20 years and painted realistically for the most part, and this has been just a blast to be able to let it swipe and let it mingle with the colors and the cells, and it's just a beautiful form of art to me, and it's a worldwide rage right now, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. And I appreciate you watching my videos, and I am going to be doing a lot more. This, you know, it's kind of interesting. Is it like, bam, beautiful? No. But for somebody it might be. And it might be a beautiful background for something I can paint on top of it. You never know. So it was a learning experience. And I hope you enjoyed watching me like totally mess up over and over and over again. Because we're here just to create and see what we can come up with. So I appreciate your watching. Give me a thumbs up if you will, and subscribe to my channel. I'm bringing you down just to see it up close. It is bizarre. It's weird. I wanted to really kind of just do the purple family, but you know, I kind of went crazy and added some colors. And what happens when you add those different colors is, you know, areas like that can kind of turn into a mud. So if you keep the colors more pure, it will definitely give you some prettier results, I think. This area is really beautiful right there. I love cells and lacing, and how I tilted the canvas and see how the cells get stretched, and they, you know, they do their own thing. So, but there's some really pretty, you know, just areas by themselves. Look at that turquoise popping through. That's gorgeous. And so my white through here has turned into a light purple because it's mingled in with the purple colors. There is some white still, but you know, your lacing will often turn colors depending on what's under it, that kind of thing. And there's a beautiful area with the turquoise. I love turquoise and purple together. See how it just looks like the turquoise is glowing? Anyway, there it is. My big mess. Thanks for watching.